A little bit sore. It was a bit disappointing towards the end there, obviously, to lose a couple of wickets, and I felt that I should have went on, and I think my how can I say it? The demons inside me actually probably got me out. I think I tried to take him over top, and I hadn't done so all day, and I think maybe the heat might have got to me, or mentally, I was fatigued a little bit. But if I was out there still now, we'll be in a great position.
David, where did you put this century in the context of your career? How different it is to 9 centuries that you've scored previously?
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be the best of my career. I reckon I'm going to say that now because obviously, hopefully I can score some more, but I think that's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. I just had a gut feeling that, my little mate that was down the other end with me the whole time from ball one, he'll be up there at the other end laughing at me about all the support and all the people that have sent their messages down for him. I don't think he would have himself believed the amount of support that he's had from not just around Australia but around the world. Probably be quite embarrassed actually.
David, did you feel in the game early on when you were smashing those fours the first few overs? It seemed like you just come running out of the blocks.
Yeah, I think the initial part before the game started, I think my emotions took over, and it was quite challenging. I found it quite hard when I came off there to try and regroup a little bit, and then I just played with my instincts, and I think that it showed that the adrenaline was pumping, and I slowly gained back that momentum and pulled it in a little bit because I knew I had to survive and to be out there at I wanted to see lunch out as well.
David, how much were you thinking about at every ball, or were you able to escape that thought at times?
The hardest point for me for the day was when I was on 63, just to, it was such a horrific incident and a rare incident that in the back of my mind, even though a spinner was bowling, just that being on that number just felt in the back of my mind it wasn't right, and I just wanted to try and get past that, and I then move on from that, and it was quite tough when I was on 63 to actually get that momentum, and Michael asked me at the other end if I was okay, and I was, and I had to step away for a couple of seconds there just to get my thoughts and my process back again.
David, it's interesting that you said you're uncomfortable on 63 because it seemed like that was quite a special moment for people in the ground. They all applauded instantaneously. Was it a deliberate thing to try to land on that, or was that in your head as you were getting close to that number?
Yeah, I knew where I was at the stage, but I wouldn't say I was deliberate, but it was always in the back of my mind where I was, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but when Michael got to 37, he raised his bat as well. So that's always going to be in the back of our minds, for forever in our careers, from here moving forward.
Davey, when you reached the 100, first of all, the celebration, just what that felt like, and then what Clark said to you when he hugged you. Yeah, I was in the back of my mind, whether I should celebrate or not, but I know what Hughesy's like, and he would have always said to me to keep jumping and keep doing what I do, and that as I said, I dedicate that 100 to him, and Michael said to me, he'll be proud of us both, out there, and try and get on and win the game, and but it was a little moment that we shared out there, and as I'm saying, hopefully Michael can come out and get his next 40.
Dave, this might be a hard question to answer, I suppose, but that 63 number, like today being the first test, was obviously going to be significant. But do you think Australian players, from now on, when they reach that number, there'll be a bit of recognition there, and it'll be something that's.
Yeah, definitely. I think in this generation, 100%. It's going to be with us for the rest of our lives, and the rest of our careers. And I think. A lot of people will probably raise their bats at 63, but I think in the back of our mind we're always going to look up there and know who's looking down at us, and I'm going to carry it for the rest of my career. I know that.
Was there like a period the last few days where you genuinely thought you might not play this game?
Yeah, I think the first net session I walked out of, I was nowhere, and I went out and bowled to the guys. I just felt like I had to do something, and I didn't just want to linger around and soak in the emotions or take in the emotions. And I went and faced the net bowlers again the next day. I think I lasted 2 or 3 balls and then went and had throwdowns. But it's one of those things where you got to keep soldiering on and do your best. And we know that he's always going to be with us, and he's always going to be in the back of our mind as well.
You've made it through the first day, which was obviously quite tough. Do you think these next 4 days will become easier or be tougher, or what's the same?
For me personally, I think the hardest thing for me is going to be the New Year's Day test. I think walking out the SCG, where it all unfolded and happened, I think that's going to be the toughest task for me, and probably the other guys that were there as well. But the next 4 days, we've got to keep working hard to take 20 wickets. We know we've got to put runs on the board, and then we know we've got to take 20 wickets, and I think that's going to be a hard task. But we've got to go out there and back ourselves, and the bowlers know what we have to do here to take 20 wickets.
David, your thoughts on Indian bowling, the way wicket played?
Yeah, I think early on they bowled probably too short. Didn't make the most of the swing. And you saw there the second new ball when they pitched it up and they got the players driving, they got the nicks and the dismissal. So early on, a bit scratchy, but they finished off very well, and I think they won the last session there.